Yes, my people, welcome back to another video, and not just another video, but welcome to Season 2 of the Liverpool Save and Career Mode on Football Manager 26. If you haven't checked yesterday's video, we did an end of season review and we finished off the season. I highly recommend you go and watch that video first, so you know where we are currently at in this save. You know what happened last year, the trophies we won, if we won any, the games we won, who played well, the team that we finished last year with, and you'd know that the goal is to win the treble. Now, one thing you do know is that it's Season 2, which means we didn't win the treble in Season 1. And I will spoil it now, we didn't win the treble. However, we are going to try and win the treble this year. Now, today we face Manchester City in the Community Shield, which is not going to be an easy Community Shield, but we will give it a go nevertheless. Obviously, the Community Shield is just a nice way to start the season. Doesn't actually really matter, but obviously we want to win a trophy. Now, I will say one thing. We've got £65 million to spend, and there wasn't really many players we could pick up that would improve our team properly. They're just too expensive, and I just don't have the money. The one that I really wanted was Vitinha. About £145 million it would have cost me. Had a bid accepted, but he signed his contract at the end of the season. So unfortunately we can't go in for him just yet. Maybe in January. Maybe the next season, if we don't win the treble this year, we could go in for him. But I tried to keep it realistic and not just let's go and buy Bellingham or let's go and buy Mbappe, because that's not realistic, and I want to keep this as realistic as possible. So, I will show you the business that we have done. We've made 2 signings. I mean, this is just not true. That's a free transfer. Well, we made 3 transfers then. Number 1, Matteo Palmer. I signed him on a free transfer from Udinese. He's just a young German centre-back, bags of potential. I thought, there's no one I can buy to improve the starting 11. How do we improve the squad depth? And I thought, we were lacking in midfield a lot last year, and I felt like we needed some players that could go in and slot in. If Gravenberch needs a rest, he can go in. If McAllister needs a rest, he can go in, and so forth. So we picked up Javi Guerra, who can play all 3 of the mid positions. So he can play as a deep line playmaker instead of Gravenberch. He can play as a box-to-box playmaker instead of Szoboszlai. He can play instead of McAllister, and he can play as an advanced playmaker instead of Wirtz. So I thought, for £47.5 million, he had a good year last year for Valencia. I thought, not a bad little signing. Only 23 as well. And then the next one, I thought, instead of Endo, let's get a proper defensive midfielder, a really good one in, he could threaten to start. He can also play centre-back as well. Tchouaméni, I paid £72 million for him. Again, he can play centre-mid if necessary instead of McAllister. He can play defensive midfield instead of Szoboszlai or Gravenberch. And he can play centre-back instead of Van Dijk or Konate. So I just thought that was a bit of a no-brainer. In terms of outs, we obviously have just loaned quite a few people out. Noticeable one, Rio Ngamoa has gone on loan to Birmingham. And then We sold Kumas for 3 million to Fulham. We sold Endo for 8 million to Bournemouth because he's now not going to play. And then the big one, we sold Gakpo to Roma for 30 million. He didn't play a lot last year. I don't play a left winger. I'd rather have Guerra and Curtis Jones than him. So I thought, let's offload of him. And then we also sold Harvey Elliott, obviously. That was a pre-agreed transfer. And then Stevenson went to Fulham for £8.5 million as well. And that is all the business that we've done. In terms of pre-season, played a handful of games, haven't lost. Pre-season friendlies are pretty irrelevant. Anyway, let's get into the team to face Manchester City at home. It is the exact same tactic as last year. I'm not going to spoil it, but actually no, I will, because if you haven't gone back and watched the end of season go back and watch the end of season review if you haven't yet, and come back and watch this video. I'll give you 3, 2, 1. Okay. Obviously, we won the Premier League and the FA Cup last year, and we only just went out on penalties to PSG in the Champions League. So this tactic is good. We know that. So I thought, no reason to change it. And that's why the tactic is the same. So we've got Alisson in goal. Frimpong, Konate, Van Dijk and Kirkes. They all keep their places from the end of last year. Szoboszlai, Gravenberch and McAllister in midfield. With Salah on the right. Wirtz in attacking midfield. And Isak leading the line. Our bench, however, is mighty strong. We've got Van Hecke, Tchouaméni, Curtis Jones and Javi Guerra to come on in midfield, with Gomez as well as a defender, Robertson left back, Bradley right back, Ekitike our backup striker, and we've got El Mala, who I bought last year just because Chiesa has picked up an injury. We've obviously got Mohamed Ashford as backup still. Chiesa has picked up an injury, and yeah, that's just if Salah needs to come off. But that is everything that we needed to discuss. So let's get into the Community Shield against Man City and see what lineup they decided to go for instead. Okay then, and here we are for the Community Shield. Now, I did skip the thing, so you'll have to forgive me. As we can see, they've got Donnarumma, Nico O'Reilly, Ake, Stones, Lewis, Rodri, Bernardo Silva I saw as well. As Frimpong leads us out for the Community Shield. Obviously, it would be nice to win and get another trophy as manager, but it's not a necessity, as Haaland gets us underway. As I did actually see, I don't know if he's playing, he is. I saw this news over the summer as I was doing my business. So, Man City have got Donnarumma in goal, O'Reilly, Ake, Stones and Lewis in defence. They've got Rodri in 6, Fabian Ruiz, that's it. Fabian Ruiz, Bernardo Silva in midfield with Trincao on the right, Vinicius Junior on the left, making his debut. Big money move from Real Madrid. 20 dribbling, Jesus Christ. And Haaland leading the line. So Man City making a big summer signing to try and close the gap to us this season. And this will be a good test to see. Just a little teaser as who's better. As McAllister gives it to Vinicius Junior. And Vinicius Junior driving forward. And Vinicius Junior, 5 minutes into his Man City debut, gets on the score sheet. As it's a good finish into the corner. Liverpool gave the ball away too cheaply. It's Frimpong going into Szoboszlai. Gives the ball away too cheaply again, but wins the ball back. Only as far to Rodri though. As Man City switch it out to Trincao. So Riley has the ball now. Finds Vinicius Jr. Goes into Fabian Ruiz. Vinicius Jr. running at Frimpong. Causing a massive problem for Liverpool as Vinicius Jr. gets his second goal into space of 6 minutes on his debut. Fires it past Alisson. It's a brilliant start for Man City. It's a shocking start for Liverpool. As Vinicius Jr. Frimpong does dispossess him finally. Isak tries to flick onto no one. As Gravenberch picks the ball up. Gravenberch, can he find Isak with a run? Isak got a score. Donnarumma makes the save. It's been an end-to-end game so far. An exciting clash between the two heavyweights of the Premier League. Szoboszlai finds Wirtz. Frimpong now goes into Salah. Salah finds Wirtz in the penalty area. And it crashes off the bar. And Donnarumma this has got to be more than 5 seconds. What's the fucking 5-second rule then? As Bernardo Silva finds Trincao. Goes back to Lewis. Man City just keeping the ball here. They're going to be very tough to beat this year, I feel. Maybe we should have tried to sign someone like Vinicius Jr. As Wirtz picks the ball up. Finds Isak. Goes back to Wirtz. Wirtz goes back to Gravenberch, but it's poor from Wirtz. He gets another attempt though. It's just over. It's been a very, very exciting opening 20 minutes to the season here for the neutrals, I imagine. As Vinicius Jr.'s 2 goals in the first 7 minutes, the difference between the two teams. Liverpool coming back into it now though. It's Frimpong. Goes to Szoboszlai, goes back to Frimpong. Donnarumma has to make an awkward save. Man City trying to get out from the press. As the game seems to have died down a little bit now, with neither team really creating anything in the last 10 minutes or so. With 2 minutes to go of injury time here in the first half, as Salah goes back to Konate, finds Van Dijk. Gravenberch now finds Kerkez. It's good by Liverpool, who finds Wirtz in the penalty area. Florian Wirtz cuts in. It's a great save by Donnarumma. It's Haaland now with the ball. Frimpong. Wirtz tries to find someone. As Liverpool go into the half 2-0 down against Man City here. Does the Man City not have a manager? Doesn't look like it. As Isak gets us underway for the second half. I mean, you have to say, Man City dominated that first 10 minutes, getting 2 early goals, but ever since then, Liverpool seem to be the better side, but with 2 goals down, it's going to be a mountain to climb for Liverpool now. As Trincao switches it over to Ake. Bernardo Silva finds Trincao through. Alisson has to make the save. And Salah, bit of a negative touch. What is he doing? Kerkez now finds Wirtz in a very advanced position. Vert's driving forward, but he's tackled by Lewis. Didn't really have any option there as Salah wins the ball back. Salah now gives it to Szoboszlai, finds Wirtz. Wirtz finds Isak. Kerkez does brilliantly to beat his man. And forces a really good save out of Donnarumma. Donnarumma's having a really good game here. It's been the same with the last 3 episodes. We've had just really good saves after really good saves by all 3 goalkeepers. I wonder if there's been an update or something recently. Like the goalkeepers are now fucking unbelievable. As Wirtz switches to Salah. Liverpool can counter here. They've got men forward. As Salah looks to go long. Selfish by Salah. As Frimpong. Was that an injury for Frimpong? That was really weird that I tried to go attacking at the same time. Because that's the last thing we need is Frimpong getting injured. Just under half an hour to go here. As Alisson goes long to Bradley, who's just come on. Bradley driving forward. Goes back to Szoboszlai, who finds Gravenberch, who finds McAllister, who shoots. It's just wide. Gotta say, Liverpool need to be more patient here, as they are arguably should be at least level here. It's been a tight game, but Man City 2-0 up and looking comfortable for the victory, even though Liverpool have arguably been the better side. Bernardo Silva finds Trincao into Haaland. Haaland hold the balls up really well. It's Marmoush now. Cuts inside. And he gets the 3rd for Man City against the run of play. And you have to say, that could be the end of the game here. There's Donnarumma. There's a reason he has such a high rating. It's just annoying though, because I don't understand why the keepers make saves like all the fucking time. It's just like, as the 2 new boys make their debuts, and El Mala comes on to make his debut too. Some debutants here as we look to try and maybe find a way back into the game, but it needs to come now as it's an awful throw by Robertson. And Haaland breaks with the ball. Beats Robertson with ease. It's brilliant by Haaland. And that's just fucking stupid. What's the point when fucking shit like that's happening? Erling Haaland has just busted out of Rabona. Has Erling Haaland ever megged someone down the line, ran the length of the pitch, and then decided to Rabona cross it, and then fucking Alisson's just controlled the ball into the goal? Right, well that's a fucking great... This is a great start to the season, isn't it? And my fucking nose is so blocked, so that's even better. As we're into the last 5 minutes of extra time. And Man City win the Community Shield. And I am very, very, very disappointed with the performance there today. That was not good at all. As Man City come out 4-0 winners. This is not good at all. As Jeremy Frimpong is out for around 2 months. And we start our season in 8 days at Tottenham at home. Right, when should we come back? we either come back here or here. Let's come back here. We'll come back for Everton away and Chelsea at home. So, and then we can see what the Champions League draw and all that stuff is like as well. So, I'll see you for the Merseyside derby next episode. Not tomorrow, but the day after, because tomorrow will be a mid-season review for Season 2 of my Twitch save with Sleaford Town. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like. Drop a comment down below for what saves you want to see from me in the future after we finish this one. I'm thinking even a woman save or a glory hunter. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Twitter. Check me out on Twitch. And I will see you lot very soon. See you tomorrow for Sleaford mid-season review. Peace.